Hello, my name is Lisa, and I'm the survivor of domestic violence and intimate partner abuse. I'm here with you right now to talk to you a little bit about my story and to tell you and encourage you and let you know that there is life after abuse. The year that I turned 27, I met my ex-husband. He was charming and wonderful and did all the right things, said all the right things, like every narcissist does. I suffered narcissistic abuse for another 27 years. During that time frame, I was assaulted physically. I was verbally abused, financially controlled, manipulated. I was completely and totally under his control. I had a very good friend of mine who was outside of the family circles and outside of our friendship circles notice one day what he was doing and saying and how he was treating me. And it was brought to my attention that I was being abused. I guess I was in some pretty deep denial. Once that happened, I started checking in on his behavior, and I eventually saw that it was wrong. And I started to make my move out. The next 4 years were unbelievable hell. I started to leave him, and I was presented with a motion by him that dragged me through the courts for another 3 years. He tried to take the children from me, accusing me of being a horrific parent, of being inappropriate with the children, and of drug and alcohol abuse, in which the actual shoe was on the other foot, may I say. But we finally settled, and he didn't actually want the children. He moved in directly across the street and proceeded a campaign of terror from across the street with me. I finally had enough. I packed up and I sold my home and I moved away. And I did so just 18 months ago. It was the best thing I have ever done in my entire life. I'm free. And as a matter of fact, I heard the song Freebird by Leonard Skinner play over and over and over again during the 2 weeks that I was moving. It was the best, most unbelievable feeling to finally be away from him. My children were living with him at the time, and there are very specific reasons to that. They needed to learn from him what a narcissist is. It was not my job to teach them that. That was something that I had to learn. Very difficult lesson I had to learn. So they stayed living with him. My youngest daughter eventually moved back in with me after she knew what was going on and who was the appropriate parent and the one who was doing the appropriate parenting. Thank goodness the children were old enough to understand that we all learn at our own pace and we all do things at our own pace. But the biggest thing I want to talk to you about is that we have life after abuse. I am currently running a successful business. I have moved away. I am doing the things that I have always wanted to do. I am attending yoga. I have just entered my first bodybuilding competition. I have learned to take care of myself. I have learned to be independent. I have learned that I don't need anybody for that type of codependency. Now I want to have people in my life. That is something completely different. So I have been able to grow that part of myself. And I'm hoping that you receive this message too, and that you are able to grow that part of yourself. I look forward to hearing your stories as well. Namaste.